points with 3:20 to go. Down by 13. Step back 2 for Booker. Kevin Durant the rebound.
Yeah, it's the second time that because the Nets do a lot of switching, Blake Griffin has ended up the guy who's got to get down in a stance and guard Devin Booker. So in answer to your question about the Nets defense, you know, they have gone from an absolutely awful defensive team, like literally they were 29th and 30th for stretches. They're 24th overall, but what I look at is field goal percentage defense and three-point percentage defense, 13th and 15th respectively, so middling. They've made improvements, but I'll just defer to Steve Nash, who's probably forgotten more basketball than I know. I don't know that we know who they are, because Kevin has missed 36 games. James now in extended absence. Kyrie Irving has missed double-digit games. I think them being in first place speaks to, as you said, the parts around these guys, the job that Steve Nash and his staff has done, the competitive spirit and toughness, the adaptability we've seen from Brooklyn. Like, there's just so much good stuff going on if they can just get healthy.
Chris Paul can't hit the wide open three, but it looks like a foul's going to be called against the Nets on either Green or Griffin. Well, it looks like it will be called on Jeff Green. Hey, Doris, we do this all the time in college football, college basketball. When we approach playoff time, selection Sunday time, we put blind resumes up. And if you took any analytics department and you put up the Nets blind resume, these are their defensive rankings. They'll enter the playoffs potentially with their top 3 players having played 7 games together.
Yeah.
I don't think any analytics department would just look at those numbers and say, oh, that's an NBA champion right there. Right?
Yeah.
But their talent is so overwhelming that when they get those 3 guys on the floor together, and if they can all stay healthy and play, I think there's just this kind of blind faith that their talent will take over and they'll rise above any statistical, disadvantage and win. And they may well be right.
Agreed, and it's hard for me to imagine after watching LeBron and AD in their first run through a season ago with the title. I think all things being equal and the Nets healthy, when asked, I basically said I think Brooklyn can do it. 3 incredible late game finishers as Joe Harris gets out in transition. I mean, you've got 3 elite offensive options that now your defense has got to stop in a possession ball game. Kevin Durant averages 7 points on well over 50% shooting. Let's watch some of that defense. I talked about it. Kevin Durant prides himself on that end of the floor. And then the finish on the other end. James Harden basically being handed the keys by Kyrie Irving. I'm going to say it, Bob. I love their chances as long as those 3 guys are healthy.
And we talked about it earlier. Their supporting cast has done a magnificent job of filling in the holes we thought might be left with what they gave up to get James Harden, as Booker is able to connect again. He's had himself a heck of a game. 36 points now for Devin Booker.
Yeah, I kind of agree with him. I thought that could have been an and one, to be honest with you.
Kyrie Irving leans in. Chris Paul's got the rebound. Down to the last minute 45. Straightaway 3. Chris Paul rattles home a 3. And the lead is down to 11 with 1:39 to go.
If you know anything about Chris Paul and a team he's going to play on, there will be no quit. It matters not the score. They're going to play it out.